I'm Jess from Studio by Evolution. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So today I'm going to be showing you some exercises to help your arabesque. So there's so many components, parts that we need to learn to be able to do an arabesque. So don't feel intimidated, it is a process. It's not about being perfect, we're here to learn and enjoy the whole journey. So today I'm going to be showing you the first set of exercises that you can do, and then I will make another video with some more challenging exercises to help you build up and get ready for those arabesques, which are really fun and exciting, right? Everyone wants to be able to do an arabesque. So we're going to start with our legs just in parallel, and we're going to kind of warm up our hips. So we're just going to let one knee, so as you can see I'm doing an internal rotation and an external rotation, and you're just letting your knees fall side to side. You can lean back, so if you find it hard to sit up straight, feel free to lean back. If you find this difficult, you can sit on a block. Okay, so we're just going to do that 10 times, back and forth, just warming up inside those hips. So that is a really big part of an arabesque, right, is the rotation and understanding how to move the leg inside the socket so we're not lifting our hips unnecessarily. So really, really important. So just back and forth, very gentle, never forcing. So if your knees don't want to go to the floor, keep them there. It doesn't matter, right? Good, we'll do a few more because I kind of lost track of how many. So let's just keep going. Let's just say that's about 10. So you can do up to 10 if you want. So for today, feel free to do some of the exercises. You can even do just 1 or 2 repetitions, and then as you get more comfortable, you can build up to it. So the next one we're going to do is just some cat backs to warm up our back. So you want to be very gentle. I like to tell my students about imagining that their palms are in concrete. So we don't want to be moving our arms around. So our palms and our arms are in concrete, and we're really isolating the spine. So I'm going to bring my belly button, I'm going to exhale, bring my belly button up, let my head relax, and come back to neutral. And then here you get to let your belly hang, really release. The one time in Valley you get to let your abs go, so you really let it go. And we do that again. So you can do up to 10. Today I'll just do 4 or 5, just to show you. So really try and articulate through each vertebra. And here you want to really let your shoulder blades sink together. Palms are relaxed. Head is relaxed. Make sure we're breathing. Good. Inhale, exhale. Really getting that spine to wake up and release. Good. So as I mentioned, you can do like 4 or 5. Now this one, please be very careful. You know your body, and if you feel that you're not comfortable doing this one, please just watch. So we're going to do a rotation. So I'm lifting up, and then I'm bringing this arm through, and I'm looking this way. So I'm getting a nice stretch through my spine, coming back up. I'm just going to do 2 on each side, but you could work up to a maximum of 10. Looking up, and exhale. You can even stay here if you like. So right now we're getting our thoracic spine to kind of open, especially like I'm making this video in the morning. When we first wake up, sometimes we feel a bit tight. Don't force. Work with your body, not against it. Inhale, exhale. I can feel I'm tight today, so I'm not forcing anything. Good, and coming back. Fantastic. Let's just go into a nice child's pose. Releasing. Fantastic. Now we're going to go on to our back. So we're going to go ahead and do an exercise to help us really feel the rotators, the muscles we need in an arabesque. So I'm going to show you 2 different versions. The first one is on your back. Now, really, really important to push that belly button into the floor. If you
feel you don't have the strength to hold this position and you feel that your back is like lifting, please wait and I'll show you the other version. But it would be a good idea in the future to really strengthen your abdominals and core muscles, okay? So when we do this position, you should be like a triangle. So you should have your fingertips touching your knees. If you feel that your arms are bent, it means you brought your knees in too much, right? So we're gonna have, so this is a great exercise not only for legs, but we are also using our core muscles. So we have our fingers on our knees, pushing that belly button towards the floor, and then we're just gently opening one leg, just the bottom part of the leg. So just from the foot and coming back. So that's really working our rotators. Let me just show this way so you can see what I mean. So from here, one leg is opening slightly, coming back. Opening, but I'm not moving my knees. I'm not moving my whole leg around. So you have your hands on your knees, they don't move, just going out and back in, out and back in. And you can alternate legs and you can work up to about like 10 of those. So those are great for feeling the muscles we want to be using on both legs, right? The supporting and the working leg in an arabesque. So if you find that one is a little too challenging for your abdominals and you have the flexibility to sit like this, you can also sit on a block. Don't be shy of using a block. And we're going to use the same muscles. So now we're going to do a rotation towards the front leg. So that would be your supporting leg, right? If you were standing. And we're just lifting the toes off and back. So you're working inside the hip socket. Really important to engage our core, right? So I'm lengthening through my spine, through my abdominals. My head is lifting up and like a string is pulling. Good. So I'll just show you at a different angle. Once again, those you could work up to 10. So I'll just show you on this angle so you can see. So I'm on a nice diagonal, lengthening through the spine and very gently lifting and lowering. So I'm really getting into the muscles we want to use for those gorgeous, beautifully placed arabesques. Great, let's go onto our stomachs. Now we're going to continue on doing a few exercises that are a little bit more challenging. So you can stop at the part, the sitting up part, or if you'd like to continue, feel free to join me. So we're going to start with our belly button, really going towards the spine. So important in an arabesque to protect our lower back, right? We don't want to be sinking into the lower back. So we're going to do a little first position with our feet. And I'm going to have my head on my hands and belly button towards my spine. And I'm in a nice, beautiful rotation as much as I can with my two hips on the floor. So important throughout this exercise. Please keep your two hips on the floor. So here we go. We're going to lift one leg and lower. And all the time I'm lifting my belly button towards my spine. I'm engaging my hamstrings. I feel the rotators working, my abs, and focus a lot on the supporting leg. Don't just focus on the one lifting. Rotate and lengthen the one that is just on the floor. Good. So this, once again, you can rotate, you can alternate legs and work up to doing 10. And the goal is to keep the hip on the floor. Don't go too high and lift the hip off the floor. Fantastic. So that one, as I mentioned, you can work up to 10. Now we're going to make it a little more difficult. We're going to add an opposite arm. So from here, I'm going to lengthen, left arm up, right leg, and lower. Keeping that belly button, right? Going towards the spine. And I'm pulling my arm far away from me, my fingertips and my toes in the opposite direction. So we're really lengthening. We're not sinking in the lower back. And my spine, my cervical spine is lengthening and lower. Always turning out and lower, and up and lower. Beautiful, creating that opposition. So it's really important when we do an arabesque, that we feel, I'll just turn around here, that you feel that opposite side connected. So this arm and this leg, the opposite leg, should be connected, right? When we're doing an arabesque, we want to feel, so if I just show you quickly, if we're here, right, you want to feel the right arm and the left leg connecting when you lift that leg up. Fantastic. So the next one, so you can stop there if you want another challenge. We're going to do flutter kicks. So it's as if you're swimming. So now we're going to do 8 counts. You can stop, or if you want a challenge, you can keep going with me, okay? So here we go. So we're going to do arms and legs together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can stop if you want or keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nicely done. You can go into a child's pose. So those are all great for strengthening the back muscles. That's another thing that's very, very important for an arabesque. Not only do we have to have really strong legs, beautiful placement, but we have to have a very flexible and strong back and core. So now we're going to finish with a few stretching exercises. So this one is also a strengthening as well as a flexibility exercise. So I want you to lift up, but I don't want you to think of lifting just up. I want you to go forward. So it's as if my top of my head is trying to reach the wall over there, and my belly button is coming up to the spine. So I'm only going to go up as much as I can without sinking. You should never feel any pressure in the lower back. So I'm lifting up and going back down. Lifting up, widening in the shoulders, right? We always widen in the shoulders. Good. Lowering it down. And you can work up to 10 of those. And then as you get more comfortable, if you can go up higher, you go higher, but without sinking, lengthening, widening, head pulling. I'm already sweating. This is hard work. If you do it right, it's really not easy. Up. Good. And then if you feel comfortable, you can do a nice stretch, but I'm constantly lifting in my abs. I'm turning out, using my rotators, my hamstrings, and releasing down. So that last one is quite difficult. So please be very careful. If inside your head it's saying, I'm not sure, please listen to that voice. That is so important that you learn your body and you learn your pace. Sometimes we can push, other times we can't. So to finish, one last exercise. This one's really a great one to do in the morning. Just a nice release for the shoulder, and understanding kind of how when we do a cambray or an arabesque, we want our shoulder blades to go wide and forward. So we're never kind of sinking backwards. They're going forward and wide. So I find when we go against a wall, just put your palm against a wall, opening in the shoulder, and then you rotate away from that arm. So you're opening the chest, which is so important for an arabesque, right? We want that beautiful openness, but it's also teaching us that our shoulder blade goes forward. Fantastic. Oh, I feel tight today. Don't force. And I'm going to do the other side. So I have my palm here, and I am rotating and lengthening through the spine. So it's not a passive position, right? I feel my soles of the feet melting into the floor. My spine is lengthening, and I feel a beautiful fountain coming out of my head while that shoulder blade is going forward, and I'm opening the chest. Fantastic. And just to finish, let's just do a nice little release and opening one more time. And opening. Fantastic. Well, I hope you found this video helpful, and I will be posting more videos on preparing for arabesques in the near future. Thank you for joining me.